With the recent surge in modest fashion in Australia, Muslim women are being scrutinised for their fashion choices more so than ever, especially with a rise in Islamophobia and the fear of terrorism in the past few years. But how important is fashion in the presentation of Muslim women, and how does this impact their lives? We went to the University of Technology, Sydney, to speak with one student who makes a bold statement with her outfit of choice.
My name is Noor El Samira, and I'm 19 years old. And I study a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation. I was born in Australia, but my background is Lebanese. I started wearing the niqab, I think, around a year and a half ago, I think. Yeah. And I was just searching for a way to please God and like try to decrease the sins that I made. It definitely has changed the way people perceive me. I've had people off the street telling me I'm a terrorist. I've had people, say relatives even, they'll tell me don't wear it, or like they'll be more hesitant around me. My mother and father were actually against it at first because like say how people would treat me because of me wearing it, and because they knew that I wanted to go to a city uni. They're still kind of hesitant about it. Like they don't mind me wearing it. It's just the fact that I'm going to uni and like sometimes I'll be returning late at night. They're just worried if someone might like say attack me or something. The reason why I take those risks, I think, is because I trust God to protect me. And I haven't been attacked, which balances the equation.
Further to the southwest in Bankstown, we explored the clothing options for Muslim women at stores such as Integrity Boutique and 99. One thing that was clear is that modest fashion does not mean boring. We spoke to A Design, owner and creator of 99, about the importance of fashion for Muslim women.
My name's Ida Zine and I own 99. 99 has been around now for a good 6 years. I did have a brand before that. So all in all, I've been up and running for about 10 years. Yes, I was studying law and I actually really enjoyed studying law, and I had a really good job for a big law firm, and I ended up putting on my hijab. And when I put on my hijab, I really struggled with the clothes that were available because I was a smaller girl and I couldn't find anything that I liked or kind of sat right. So I started buying fabric and designing my own thing and just going to a seamstress and getting it made. And I was constantly getting stopped by people saying, hey, where'd you get your outfit from? And I was like, okay. So I did a handful of things and I sold it to a shop, and within, a day or two, she sold out of my design. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm onto something, and it just kind of went from there. I'll always do something crazy in one of my designs, or I'll put it together in a crazy way, but you know what, it works. It works. I open up a lot of pop-up stores to kind of get a feel for the areas, and just recently I've opened up Parramatta in Westfields, and that's the first ever hijab store in a Westfields, really.
Mahal Krayem, a researcher of Islam and gender at the University of Technology, Sydney, gave us an insight into how fashion impacts how Muslim women are perceived in Australian society.
So people take a lot of pride in the way that they dress, and particularly when they leave the house. Fashion is a really important part of those kinds of cultures, in the way they express themselves and the way that they show respect for other people as well. Like in the sense of like, I've put on my best clothes to receive you or to be with you, to be in your company. The more covered women are, the less people like it. And so, I mean, how many conversations do we have with normal women, or like women generally, who aren't Muslim, who aren't identifiably religious, about, why did you choose those kinds of jeans this morning? Like, what do your jeans tell me about you? Do you prefer skinny jeans? Do you prefer straight leg jeans? Like, I mean, we don't have these kinds of conversations, in-depth conversations about women's sartorial choices, because we think of them as really degrading. And when the conversation about Muslim women is about the way they dress, it's actually incredibly degrading. We are more than the sum of our dress. And I think the fact that people can't see beyond that is an indictment on the kind of society and the kinds of conversation that we're having in this particular climate. And I think, I really would like to see the conversation move beyond the way Muslim women dress.